Alright, in this screencast I'm going to talk about a few things. The first one is how to pick the right font. When you're first starting, it's very overwhelming. There's lots of fonts and it's hard to know what font do I use for different things. And the first, I'm just going to go through a few tips. The first one is to dress for the occasion. If you were going to a party, you would wear a dress or a suit, something that would be appropriate for the party, or for Halloween you would wear a costume. Same thing with your text, with your fonts. If you are writing an article, then you would want a font that would be appropriate for that. Whereas if you're writing a children's book, perhaps Comic Sans would be a good font. So it just depends, but keep it appropriate. The next one is to know your font families. There are 6 families that are really important to know. Geometric, Humanist Sans, Old Style, Transition, Modern, and Slab Serif. And there's different texts that go in each of those families, and as you categorize and organize your fonts, it will be very helpful for you as you pick different fonts. The next one is to have decisive contrast. If you are going, usually one font will work for all of what you're doing, but if you do decide to use 2 or maybe 3, either have them be very similar or very different. There's not really a point, as you can see here, these are different fonts, but they look very much the same, and there's not really a point to that because no one's going to notice, and it's not going to help what you're trying to achieve on your page. So you want it different. That's going to be really helpful. The next one is a little bit can go a long way. You know, in a headline or something, it's appropriate to have maybe a different style font, one that's kind of crazy, and not crazy, but different. But if you had a whole article or menu or whatever in that font, it's going to be tiring to read, and it's just too much, and it's overwhelming, and people probably won't read it. So just keep that in mind. You know this. You know, maybe just a hat's okay, but not the whole thing. It's overwhelming and a little bit too much. Now I'm going to talk about contrast, hierarchy, size, and space. Contrast. This, you know, like I can read that, but if I had a whole article like that, that would be so hard to read. When you have a dark background with a light text, if you have a lot of text like that, that can be very tiring and hard to read. So I would be cautious of that if you're doing a lot of text. The next one is size. When we have size, I would say anything under 12 is too small. You know, it depends. Some people have a really big computer screen they're working on and it looks great on theirs. Then other people are using a laptop and it's going to be smaller. So you need to keep that in mind as well. This is a 9, a 12, and then a 14, and I would say that the 14 is about right. We could probably even go a little bit bigger depending on how much text we had to share. Hierarchy. Hierarchy, you can achieve hierarchy by using big and small text like this. Clearly, because this is bigger, we would read this first. But if this little part is more important, then it needs to be bigger and draw our attention. Hierarchy helps to differentiate our content. And I would say that different sizes of type is best. You can also add boxes, borders, and color. That will also help. Also, if someone's in a hurry, it helps. They can look at the more important things first. And if it's bigger, it helps to pick that out. And then the last one I want to talk about is just space. It's important to let your text breathe. Make sure to have not lots of space, but have a good amount of space. It's okay. We don't need to have the whole page filled with every inch of this page doesn't need to be filled. It's good to have space, and that's going to help the reader be able to organize and approach the content so it's not overwhelming. So I hope this was helpful to you. And then I also included 2 websites that you can go to for additional information.